Mike Sports Vibes. Thank you for vibing with me on this nature walk. It's raining, you know what I'm saying? But I said, let me take my YouTube family with me on this walk. Trying to get the steps in. But man, as a big time Minnesota Viking fan, man, there's really a quarterback debate between probably even more than half the fan base. It's like I said, it's 60-40 when it comes to 60% of the fan base. Minnesota Viking fan base wants J.J. McCarthy to start, and the other 40% want Carson Wentz to start. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm starting to lean more 50-50, man. I'm starting to lean more 50-50 in the J.J. McCarthy versus Carson Wentz debate. I'm really shocked being a Viking fan. Like I wouldn't have thought that a lot of Viking fans would kind of like just not completely write him off, but there are some Viking fans that are saying he's a bust already. But just the whole thought of you want Carson Wentz to play even if J.J. McCarthy is healthy. Like, if he's healthy, I feel like you got to let him play and rock out with your guy that you drafted in the 2024 NFL draft. I don't feel like there's anything that Carson Wentz, listen, I like Carson Wentz, right? And when I say this, I don't want people to feel like I'm trying to talk down on Carson Wentz. That man did a good job. He just got on the team, and he's actually been pretty darn good. For the amount of time he's been on the team, he's looked actually pretty solid / good. And the one thing I would say is, yes, the offense, I can't even deny it. You know what I mean? The offense actually looks a little bit better. You know what I mean? But at the same time, Carson Wentz is a veteran quarterback. He's been in the game for probably like 9-10 years. So it's not like he has the experience. My whole thing, and I get some Viking fans are just like, all right, man, I'd just rather just stick with that. But the problem that we run into as Viking fans is, and shout out to everybody that's in the building, appreciate y'all. The problem that we have as Viking fans is if you actually go through the rest of the season with Carson Wentz starting, then that's just, I don't know, man. You lose your job for injury. You lose your job because of injury. So that's what we doing. So if you get hurt, you lose your job. Like I'm just saying. And shout out to everybody that's in the building. Carson Wentz is trash. Big Grizz, he ain't trash, but he not like a suit. Like, I don't want to come at Carson. He's a good backup quarterback, man. Maybe he could be a starter on another team, but I'm just saying a lot of Viking fans are really just on the Carson Wentz wagon right now, which I'm not going to sit here and say that he hasn't played good, because he has been, and I appreciate what he has done for the Vikings. But at the same time, you're never going to see J.J. McCarthy play and see if that man can play if you never give him the opportunity. If he's healthy, I don't think it should be a debate. I don't think it should be a debate on if JJ should play over Carson. You know what I mean? Listen, you drafted him 10th overall in the 2024 NFL draft. The only way he's not playing is if he's hurt. Let me say that again. For me, in just my opinion, right? Respectfully, I'm not trying to come at Carson Wentz and people that want Carson Wentz to play the rest of the season. But I say the only way Carson Wentz finishes this season is if J.J. McCarthy is hurt. Now, if he's healthy, J.J. McCarthy I'm talking about, there shouldn't be a debate. You got to give this man experience. All the quarterbacks pretty much in the 2024 NFL draft that I know about, when you talk about Drake May, when you talk about Michael Penix, when you talk about Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels, the list goes on and on, right? The list goes on and on. So they're getting experience. Even if they're not winning, they're getting experience. J.J. McCarthy hasn't gotten experience because of Sam Darnold was so great last year, and he was hurt last year. He's not playing right now. It's not because he got benched. It's because he got hurt. I can understand, we're not playing Like if they was to say, oh, we benched JJ McCarthy because he hasn't been playing well, that'd be different. But they have Carson Wentz as a backup. He did a good job. But JJ McCarthy, like I said, JJ McCarthy needs a chance. JJ McCarthy needs a chance, y'all. I'm pretty sure a lot of people agree, and a lot of people are going to disagree. But he didn't lose his job because he was just stinking up the joint. He didn't even lose his job. That's how I'm looking at it. He wasn't playing because of injury. Nobody made an announcement, from my knowledge. I didn't hear nothing from KOC. Nobody has said that JJ McCarthy lost his job because he wasn't playing good. That's the growing pains of a young quarterback. And shout out to everybody that's in the building. Make sure you hit that like button. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say, sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I'm just taking this nature walk, getting these steps in, and vibing with my YouTube family. Shout out to Christopher Real in the building. I think JJ should be put in, but after the Eagles game. Why do you feel like he should be put in after the Eagles game? If he's healthy, you still wouldn't put him in? Now, if he's not healthy, then I agree with what you just said, bro. If he's not healthy, I agree on what you just said. But if he is healthy, I truly feel like you got to play him to see if this man is the real deal. How can you know he's the real deal if you're not giving him the opportunity to prove himself? I believe in JJ McCarthy. And I said so many times, I went live, I said, yo, I'm going down with the ship. Until I'm proven otherwise, JJ McCarthy's the guy. But he hasn't been on that field because of injury. Now, say he gets in the game against the Steelers, and he's absolutely terrible. You still got to let him play. You got to let him figure it out. You got to let him face it. Or he's going, listen, sink or swim. That's what every quarterback has to go through, the ups and downs. I wouldn't automatically be like, oh, well, he's not doing good against the Eagles. Bench him and put Carson Wentz in. That would be a disaster. If you bench Carson Wentz and put in, no, not Carson Wentz. If you bench JJ McCarthy and you put Carson Wentz in, now that would be the biggest disaster. We better win the Super Bowl. Because if we don't win the Super Bowl and we get to the we get to the playoffs and we lose in the first round, hey, listen, bro, respectfully speaking, hey, listen, there's going to be some answers to be, there's going to be some questions, bro. But let me say this again. This is not a lot. Let me see. If not healthy, yes, if not healthy, I got you, bro. Yeah, my whole thing is this. Let me say this one more time. Because I had a comment on my last live stream, and he was like, why are you hating on Carson Wentz? I'm not hating on Carson Wentz. I just know he's not the future of this team. If that was the case, that the Vikings wanted a veteran quarterback. Now, hear me out, y'all, because I don't want people thinking I'm coming at Carson Wentz. He's been actually pretty darn good as the backup quarterback. He got this offense looking pretty good, right? So I don't want people thinking I'm hating on Carson Wentz. But he is wrong here to be a backup. Now, getting back to what I was saying. So, you didn't just... What was I saying? Oh, my goodness. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Appreciate everybody that's in the building. Now, let me... Oh, it's starting to stop raining. Let me take this umbrella off me. Until it's still pretty drizzly. But, yeah. JJ McCarthy has to get that experience. Whether people want to admit it or not, we're going to have another mystery at the quarterback next year, because you're not. Listen, what was I saying? I was saying, yo, if we was going to keep a veteran quarterback, we would have just kept Sam Darnold. We would have kept Sam Darnold. We would have paid Sam Darnold the bag. Why would you give up on a quarterback that got you 14 wins, right? He's a veteran quarterback. He's still young. But why would you give up on him to just give up on your quarterback to give up on the quarterback that you gave up on Sam Darnold with? You gave up on Sam Darnold because you wanted to build this team out, and you wanted to go to J.J. McCarthy route because you wanted to build this team out and build a Super Bowl caliber team around him so he can, you know what I mean, just be a game manager and see if he, listen, all he has to do only thing he has to do is be a game manager. That's all he has to do. You know what I mean? And people make it seem like he has to be a superstar. Nah, we have a very good team. But it's like, it doesn't make sense to, like, why would you want to keep Carson Wentz? Because if you bench JJ McCarthy and say they Vikings do something crazy where they try to sign Carson Wentz to like a multi-year deal, you should have just kept Sam Darnold. You should have just kept Sam Darnold. McCarthy is the worst quarterback from last year's draft. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. You should have just kept Sam Darnold for all that. So I just feel like I just feel like this. Just give the young man a chance. You know what I mean? Give the young man a chance. When he comes back, we're going to hold him accountable. We're going to hold the whole team accountable. Coaching staff, everybody. But you got to see what you have in J.J. McCarthy, because what if he is the next all-time great quarterback in the NFL? What if he's the next Josh Allen? What if he's the next Patrick Mahomes? What if he's the next all-time great quarterback and you just give up on him? And then what will make it bad, right? Say you give up on J.J. McCarthy, you trade J.J. McCarthy, and then he goes to another team and flourish. Do we not see what Danny Dimes is doing with the Colts? Do you not see what Sam Darnold is doing with the Seahawks? Yes, it's early in the season still, so we don't know how the results, what it's going to be. But at the same time, it's like, if you was to give up on JJ, that would be heartbreaking, bro. Because if he goes to another team, this is the guy you drafted. You didn't draft Sam Darnold. You didn't draft Danny Dimes. So you drafted JJ McCarthy 10th overall for you to give up on him, and then he goes to another team and flourish. That would be the worst. And then on top of that, say Carson Wentz really ain't all that. After, you know what I mean? Like, say he really don't get us to the mountaintop, which is a Super Bowl. I just feel like people got to be more patient. Shout out to my guy DFJ Hoops. What's good? Yeah, we still don't know. We still don't know what's going on with, like, JJ McCarthy. If he's healthy, I truly feel like people got to give this man a chance, man. I can't believe that there is a debate about JJ McCarthy versus Carson Wentz. And it's nothing against Carson Wentz. It's nothing against him. He's been pretty darn good. But at the same time, we came into this season not because of listen, we wasn't confident about doing anything because of Carson Wentz. You know what I mean? Respectfully speaking. We got Carson Wentz because we thought Sam Howell was just absolutely terrible. And we said, yo, we got to get a backup quarterback. And we got Carson Wentz last minute, bro. Last minute, we got Carson Wentz. So this season wasn't, we had all our eggs in one basket with Carson Wentz. No. Carson Wentz got the opportunity. He wouldn't even have the opportunity to play if it wasn't for the injury of J.J. McCarthy. Now, yes, Carson Wentz is playing pretty darn good. But at the same time, he's the backup. He's the backup. We also need to see KLC stop doing these long... Yo, bro, I've been saying this. And listen, every time I say something about KLC, people think I'm coming at KLC. I've been saying that same thing for the longest, bro. I've been saying that. And he did actually pretty good against the Browns with the play calling for Carson Wentz. He has to continue doing that with J.J. McCarthy. My whole thing is this. Like, hear me out, y'all. Hear me out. Everybody's in the building. Make sure y'all double tap that screen, hit the like button. Double tap that screen, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We go on live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And I will be live tomorrow for the Seahawks versus Jags game at 1 o'clock. Even though it is a bye week, I'm still going to be live. So shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. This is one YouTube family. I do cover majority of Viking content. But I wouldn't mind answering your questions if you are a fan of another team. Respectfully, though, I will say this. As a big-time Minnesota Viking fan, I always say this. This is a slogan. Don't take this the wrong way. We're going to beat the brakes off your team. We're going to beat the brakes off your team, respectfully speaking. But what's going on, everybody? All right, so he said, and trust the run. I agree. We also need, so these long plays. Let me get back to your point though, bro, because this is a very good point. When I say stuff about KLC, people make it seem like I'm being negative. No, I'm being real. You know what I mean? I never said KLC was a bad coach. Did I say that? No. I never said that he needs to get fired right now. If he can't develop JJ McCarthy, I think we need to move on to a quarterback. A coach that can develop young talent, young quarterbacks. Every quarterback that KLC has gotten is not a developmental quarterback. He didn't listen. These quarterbacks like Sam Darnold, he was already in the league for a few years. Who else? Danny Dimes, even though he didn't get no opportunity to play, he was already in the league a couple years, right? You drafted JJ McCarthy. Can you develop this man? Can you put him in the situations to be successful at the highest level of football? And that's the NFL, the highest level, right? Now, when I say his play calling is suspect, it was suspect. I don't mean that in no disrespect, because when you have an offensive line that didn't have Christian Darrisaw for the first 2 games, why are you having these long plays that are going beyond 20 yards when you can't hold it down? So it's not just listen, you got to adapt to what's on that field. And even if the wide receivers are open 20 yards down the field, you can't wait that long, because guess why? Because your quarterback is getting sacked. Your quarterback's going to get sacked before you can even find him, and you're not going to be able to pass it to him. So that's why you have to play the quick game. And we have to trust the run. But yeah, shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. I truly appreciate y'all. Yo, what's going on? How you doing today? Man, I'm doing amazing, bro. How you doing? How you doing, Lil D? What's good with you? Not only that, the difference between them is that he's a I'm saying big body. Right. Brady Cook on Jets hasn't played, right? I got a question for you, bro. Completely unrelated, though. That just sounds like I don't even want to hear it. If it ain't nothing PG, I don't want to hear it, bro. Sam Darnold, and so is Danny Dimes. Yeah, finally, low. Yeah. But like I said, when it comes down to the whole debate between Carson Wentz and JJ McCarthy, I don't have no dislike for Carson Wentz. I want to just put that out there, because I don't want people to turn what I am saying as, oh, Mike doesn't like Carson. No, that's not the case. Mike just wants to see his young quarterback play when he's healthy. That's all I'm saying. Carson Wentz has done a remarkable job for the amount of time he's been in the Minnesota Vikings uniform. And if JJ McCarthy can get on that field and prove all the doubters wrong, and he stays healthy, hey, listen, respectfully, Carson Wentz, you did your job. You did what we needed you to do. We could trade you for a couple of picks, bro. A 6th round, 7th round, 4th, whatever, bro. Like, I look at it like that. There might be a needy team that needs a quarterback. Because respectfully, we have our quarterback, and his name is JJ McCarthy. That's just how I feel. But Carson Wentz is playing good. But I can't believe, like, the fan base is, like, so split. Like, I'm honestly surprised that the fan base is split the way it is right now. You got Wentz over JJ? You got Wentz over JJ? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But I will say he played better overall than JJ. He has. I gotta admit to it. But do you want to give up? Do you want your young quarterback to sit another year and still have a big question mark? Can JJ McCarthy play? Or are you going to sign Carson Wentz to an extension, bro? I'm just saying. What are you going to do? Because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not trying to, like, come at Carson Wentz. But when people compare, what about the Packers situation? What about the Packers situation? And I always ask him, what about the Packers situation? Respectfully speaking, Carson Wentz is not Brett Favre. That's why Aaron Rodgers sat behind him. Respectfully speaking, Carson Wentz is not Aaron Rodgers. That's why Jordan Love sat behind him. This is an injury that got Carson Wentz the opportunity to get on the field. This is not because he got benched. You trade Carson and build around JJ, and as soon as JJ gets healthy, we play him so he can keep building. Yes, bro. I don't know why people think that, like, really disagree. I mean, everybody got their own opinion, but I'm not going to talk about the Phillies right now. I talked about the Phillies on my other channel, but I'm devastated about the Phillies, how they ended the season. The Packers, bro, literally are weak, low key. Like, they let the Browns. Hey, listen, the Packers are still a solid team. I don't think they're a bad team, but I feel like people overrated the Packers, bro. They got Michael Parsons. They was putting them on the pedestal. Oh, they're the team to beat in the NFC North. Hey, listen, bro. Like, Michael Parsons is a very good pass rusher. I ain't taking nothing from him. But at the same time, he's not good at stopping the run. And when we go against the Packers, respectfully speaking, as a big-time Minnesota Viking fan, we're going to beat the brakes off of them, bro. That's just how I feel. Wentz got hurt in Philly and backup won the Super Bowl. Nick Foles. Yeah, that's true, but that was later in the season, and Carson Wentz was out for the whole entire season. The injury that J.J. McCarthy had, which is the high ankle sprain, is not going to put him out for the whole season. Now, I promise you, I 100% believe this. If Carson Wentz could have played and he was healthy, he didn't tear his ACL, he would have played over Nick Foles. I just want to just say that. He would have played over Nick Foles. It's early in the season where J.J. McCarthy had that high ankle sprain injury, and this is not the same situation. I get what you're saying. A backup took over and won, right? But that's rare. I don't know if that ever happened in NFL history, bro. The way it happened with the Eagles, I don't think that ever happened in NFL history. This is early in the season, and we're already talking about, some Viking fans already want this to be Carson Wentz's team, bro. It's a difference between, I want to just wait the year and then we'll let him play the following year. No, some Viking fans want it to be Carson Wentz's team, bro. A defensive end is not guaranteeing you your hold on. You're gonna division now or win a Super Bowl. Right. You know what I mean? One player is not going to do it. I'm not going to say he's not a great player, because he definitely is. But come on, man. Packers got some other problems to deal with. And when we go against the Packers, we're going to show the world what it is. I ain't scared of the Packers at all. 7th, I'm coming for your head. Hey. Hey, listen, Big Grizz. Hey, respectfully, bro. There's nothing that your Commanders can do that can beat the Vikings, bro. Respectfully speaking, bro. When the Commanders go against the Minnesota Vikings, I want you to be in the live stream, bro. I'll be live. We're going to talk that talk. I hope to see you then, bro. Because you yapping a lot. You yapping a lot, brother. We going to definitely see, bro. You know what I'm saying? You yapping, but don't disappear now. Don't disappear when we beat y'all. Facts. Go, baby. Yeah, man. But I am so surprised, though. I am so surprised that there's actually a debate. I never would have thought that the Minnesota Viking fan base would be split down the middle about a quarterback, about the quarterback you just drafted in 2024. It's not like he has experience and everybody wants to get, like, they just want to give up on him. And they think, and I'm not saying, and listen, say, hypothetically speaking, Say J.J. McCarthy doesn't play the rest of the season and Carson Wentz gets us a Super Bowl. Hey, listen, bro. I'm the happiest person, bro. But I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm not saying it won't happen. But the chances of that happening, bro, I'm just saying, I ain't trying to be negative. I'm just being honest, bro. And I just look at it like right now, just my opinion, maybe I'm a delusional Viking fan. Right now, I feel like J.J. McCarthy's ceiling is higher than what you would get from Carson Wentz's ceiling. That's all I'm saying. Like I said, Carson Wentz is playing good, but at the same time, come on, when we go against those dogs, them deep, like we're gonna see. We're gonna see how this all plays out. And maybe I'm wrong about J.J. McCarthy. Maybe I'm wrong. But until I'm proven otherwise, until I'm definitely proven wrong, hey, listen, like I said, I'm going down with the ship. I'm going down with the ship. Yeah. Sports, yeah, he's a Cincinnati Bengals will beat the Packers. Hey, yeah. We'll see. I hope y'all do. I'm actually going to cheer for y'all against the Packers. You know what I mean? Hopefully Joe Flacco can get it done, bro. I don't know about all that, but we going to see. Respectfully, bro. I hope the Bengals can beat the Packers. I hope so. But let me say this, y'all. If J.J. McCarthy, now I want all the doubters, the 50% of the fan base that doesn't want to see J.J. McCarthy play another game, right? For all the doubters of J.J. McCarthy, if he comes back after the bye week, right, and he does his thing, meaning he obliterates the Eagles' defense, meaning he gets us the dub, he plays well, he looks good in the pocket, and like, listen, he reestablishes the momentum that he had in that magical fourth quarter against the Bears in week 1. If he does that, right, and we beat the defending champions, right, my question to all the people that don't like J.J. McCarthy or just don't want him to play, will you reconsider your opinion and rock with your quarterback and get back on the J.J. McCarthy wagon? You know what I mean? Just like I can admit, as a Viking fan, I am impressed with Carson Wentz and what he has done for the Vikings when all the games that he played okay, man. Okay/good, and especially against the Browns. Carson Wentz played actually pretty good, like really good actually. Now I don't want to say actually, he played good against the Browns. That, you know what I mean? That some of the passes were on point, accuracy with touch and everything. I gotta admit, I gotta give credit to Carson Wentz. Now my question for all the people that don't like J.J. McCarthy, will you admit that if he comes back after the bye week and he's fully healthy and he beats the defending champions, will you hop back on the J.J. McCarthy wagon and say, that is my quarterback? Because I'm going to tell you this right now. If J.J. McCarthy, after the high ankle sprain injury, comes back after the bye week and beats the defending champions, I'm going to tell you right now, we got a quarterback, baby. We got a quarterback, and I need everybody to get hyped, man. Because it's a different story to just beat a team that doesn't have that championship pedigree. We know the Eagles got championship pedigree. Regardless of them losing to the Giants, the Eagles are still a good team. Regardless of them taking a couple of L's this season, which every team loses in the regular season, they're still a good team, and they are still the defending champions. So my question for everybody that's in this live stream, will you rock with J.J. McCarthy? Will you rock with J.J. McCarthy if he beats the Eagles? Shout out to T.Y. Shout out to my guy T.Y. What did he say? He said J.J. has that dog in him, just like the Giants quarterback. Thank you, T.Y. Hey, listen. Sports, Bengals was trash with Joe Burrow. Oh, snap. I ain't expect that. But listen, y'all. Do you think People are going to hop back on the wagon. What does J.J. McCarthy have to do to get the Viking fans all on the same page? What does J.J. McCarthy have to do to prove himself to be that guy? I'm just looking at Deers right now. To be that guy that they feel like he is, bro. What do you say? Skull, talk that talk. My guy Eric is in the building, baby. My guy is in the building. You know the vibes, bro. Skull, rolling. What's going on? So if he beats the Eagles after the bye week, and I'm outside in the rain and all that talking football with my people, with my YouTube family, the #1 family on YouTube. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, y'all. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. And do not forget to hit that like button. Do not forget to hit that like button. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you're feeling the vibes. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. It's definitely going down over here. This is one YouTube family, baby. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly mean that. Let's go Vikings, baby. Let's go, baby. Brother. He said, brother is sweet. Oh, y'all on some weird stuff today. Sit on the bench for another season, JJ. Oh, no. We don't want that. He probably would beat the Eagles. Yeah, you never know. I would like to see JJ in an impact. Yeah, we're going to see what JJ does. News will follow the mic. Yes, go. Wherever he's playing, we believe in JJ. Let's go, baby. Skull. Yeah, man. Hold on. I got to probably get this guy out of the chat. This guy is weird. We got some weird people on this live stream today. I don't know what's going on. We got some weirdos. Ain't nothing wrong being weird, but we got some real weirdos, like some people that are just out of control in the comments. But yeah, what's going on, Daisy? But yeah, the Minnesota Vikings have a debate, y'all. The Minnesota Vikings have a debate between the quarterbacks, J.J. McCarthy and Carson Wentz. The Minnesota Vikings have a debate between J.J. McCarthy and Carson Wentz. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. If J.J. comes back, he ain't losing that job again. I'm going to say that one more time. He ain't even lose his job. But listen, Carson Wentz ain't playing another game unless there's an injury. Because I believe in J.J. McCarthy. And I believe he's going to get the job done. And I believe KLC is going to put him in the right position to be successful. And I want to say this again. I am a Carson Wentz supporter. I like Carson Wentz. But my support for Carson Wentz is the backup, not the starter. The backup, not the starter. Anyone brain dead enough that thinks Wentz should start over McCarthy to get meaningless wins should... Bro, Too Evil, shout out to my guy. Bro, half the fan base is literally... Like I said 60-40, 60% want JJ to play. 40% don't. They want Wentz to play. Bro, I think it's right down the middle. I think this is the most divided I've seen the Minnesota Viking fan base been in a long time. I'm going to keep it real. Because a lot of the fan base honestly thinks that J.J. McCarthy is a bust, bro. A lot of the fan base thinks that they should just move on with Carson Wentz. So what you going to do with J.J. McCarthy? So you just going to waste a 10th overall pick? You just going to let him go? And say he does shine with another team. What you going to say? What you going to say? For real. Love the channel, but had no business trading Darnold. Hey, listen, bro. I'm not going to sit here and cap. I'm one of the dudes that said we go on the J.J. McCarthy route, and I'm still one of them guys. But I will say, Sam Darnold looks real good. It's early in the season. We'll see how he finishes. But Sam Darnold looks really good. But you know who looks better than Sam Darnold? And he didn't play one game for the Vikings? That's Danny Dimes of the Colts. Danny Dimes of the Colts Hey, listen, bro. He playing better than Sam Darnold. Did you see what the Giants did? Yeah, the Giants did good. Jackson Dart did his thing. I forgot what the score was. I know it was like 34 or something. Jackson Dart came in, did what he had to do, bro. He a rookie. And that's why I'm be trying to tell Viking fans. We can't baby JJ. He has to play, bro. Injuries on that offensive line or not, you got to play JJ and see what you have at the quarterback position. Now, I want to say shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. I need everybody in the building. Either put JJ or Wentz in the comments. Who you got? Who do you want to start for the rest of the season? JJ or Wentz? JJ or Wentz? I'm really curious of what y'all got to say. Daniel Jones is balling. Yeah, Daniel Jones is balling, bro. He slept on for real. He looking really good right now. Bro, it's not good to do a live while walking, including the weather and what if a car comes. Hey, listen, bro. I'm gonna show you where I'm at. Look at the trail, bro. There's no cars, bro. Listen, I appreciate your concern, but I promise you, I'm good. I'm good. Should have kept Sonny D. Oh, man. Giants got a little luck in the game. Now all we will see is Giants start. Oh, snap. It's falling apart again. Oh, snap. Chris, for real, he said you went to college? I actually did go into college. I also was in the military as well. So I went to college and I was in the military. I don't know why that matters on this live stream, but I just want to answer that for you. Skull. He said, Too Evil said, yeah, don't develop your young quarterback. Brilliant. I'm glad you don't make for real. Hey, listen though. I always say this, man. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but but real talk though. I highly disagree with everybody that feels like Carson Wentz should play if and I said if JJ McCarthy's healthy. Now, did I say that Carson Wentz was a bad quarterback? No. Did I say Carson Wentz was not good? No. All I'm saying is this. JJ McCarthy is the quarterback that you drafted in the 2024 NFL draft, and you shouldn't give up on him after 2 games. Now, if he keeps getting hurt, hey, listen, I can't even say nothing about that. Well, I'm going to think positive, and hopefully he doesn't get hurt again, and he has a long 20-year career in the NFL and wins multiple Super Bowls with the Vikings. So, you know what I mean? We'll see what happens. But right now, I'm not going to give up on my young quarterback. I just don't understand. Like, people really don't want J.J. McCarthy to play another game this season. They're like, he looked so bad. Bro, it was 2 games. Because the same people that said J.J. McCarthy looked so bad, they didn't say that when he did his thing against the Bears in the 4th quarter. They didn't say that. Philly Visuals, what's good with you, bro? We're going to beat the brakes off the Eagles up after the bye week, bro. Respectfully speaking, shout out to you, bro. It's not good what you're doing, bro. What? JJ, we got JJ McCarthy. Let's go. What's going on, Cards? What's good, Willie? What's wrong with the Vikings? Ain't nothing really wrong with the Vikings, man. We just got a debate going on with the quarterbacks. I think we have a good team. I respect what Carson Wentz has done, but if JJ McCarthy is healthy, respectfully speaking, I'm going the JJ McCarthy route. If KOC doesn't go back to JJ McCarthy, you should have just signed Sam Darnold. You should have just signed Sam Darnold. Why would you give up on a young quarterback after 2 games? I just don't think it's possible to do. Maybe it is possible to do, but if it happens with the Vikings, I'll be really disappointed in the whole organization in general if they gave up on JJ McCarthy after 2 games. I would be very, very disappointed because it's like, dang, bro, all this hype around JJ, you drafted him. Y'all drafted him. The fan base didn't draft him. Y'all drafted him. If y'all didn't like JJ McCarthy and you settled for him, then why didn't you trade up in the draft? That's my whole thing. If you didn't really like JJ McCarthy to begin with, then why would you settle in the draft? I'm just saying hypothetically, if they keep Carson Wentz as the #1 starter, let me talk that talk. If you didn't really want J.J. McCarthy, and after Caleb Williams got picked and Jaden Daniels got picked, you should have traded up and then drafted Drake May or somebody. If you didn't want to settle, if I'm not saying they did settle, but hypothetically speaking, if they did settle and they're giving up on J.J. McCarthy this quick for Carson Wentz, we have a whole issue, bro. Crazy, KLC, the coach, the whole coaching staff, bro. We got an issue. Straight up. We're going to beat the Vikings like ours. You know what? I gotta block this guy. This guy is a weirdo. We got some straight up weirdos. Who's Vikes still gonna win the whole thing? Yeah, let's go, living room. Shout out to you, bro. Come on, Fred. Stupid. Yeah, I don't know if that was the guy that said that. I just blocked somebody. He said something crazy. Skull. Yeah, that was Fred. Yep, I had to block him. That was the stupidest thing that I ever heard. But anyway, yeah. So shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you double tap that screen, hit the like button. Can I get 3 more likes? If you haven't hit the like button, just double tap the screen, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm outside in the rain with the umbrella, just chilling and vibing with everybody. I want to say thank you for everybody that's in the building. I appreciate each and every one of y'all that's in the building. And like I said, I go live for absolutely every single Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I truly feel that way. Everybody's welcome to this YouTube channel. But I will say this, you know, sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly mean that. I truly mean it, man, when I say that. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. But I will say this at the same time, respectfully speaking, as a big-time Minnesota Viking fan, I'm out here in the rain talking that talk and walking that walk. As a big-time Minnesota Viking fan, I will say this respectfully. We're going to beat the brakes off your team. The Minnesota Vikings going to beat the brakes off your team. I don't care if you're an Eagles fan, a Lions fan, a Packers fan, a Chiefs fan, a Bills fan, any fan, bro. You're welcome to this channel. You could be from Jupiter, Mars, Venus, Pluto, the moon. I don't matter. Another galaxy. You're welcome to this channel. But respectfully speaking, the Minnesota Vikings will beat the brakes off your team. Respectfully. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. We got a Bears fan in the building. Hey, Daniel, what's good with you, bro? Happy Saturday, my guy. Skull, everybody. Skull to the bull, baby. But yeah, man. I can't believe this really is a debate, though, bro. I'm really, like, surprised. I'm, like, really surprised this is a debate, man. Like, I can't believe when you go on numerous big YouTube channels that are Viking fans, content creators, people are actually talking about Carson Wentz versus J.J. McCarthy. What quarterback should start? Let me say this one more time. I am not coming at Carson Wentz. He has done a terrific job for the Vikings when he has had an opportunity to play. But respectfully speaking, this is J.J. McCarthy's time. Respectfully speaking, we did not draft him to be a bench warmer. Let me say that one more time. Respectfully speaking, Carson Wentz, you did a good job, terrifically. He did terrific, right? I was going to say terrifically. He did a good job. But at the same time, hold on, let me catch up on the comment. Yeah, but at the same time, we didn't draft J.J. McCarthy in the 2024 NFL Draft, 10th overall pick. The Minnesota Vikings select J.J. McCarthy. We did not draft him to be a bench warmer. We did not draft J.J. McCarthy to sit on the bench for numerous years. Yes, if he's hurt, okay. If he's healthy, he has to play. Let me say that one more time. If he's hurt, okay. Have him on the bench. But if he's healthy, he has to play. Let's get it. No debate here. JJ is ready. You play him. Facts, Motown. Motown, what's good with you, my guy? What's good with my guy, Motown, baby? Shout out to my guy, Motown, in the building, man. Shout out to my guy. I just don't understand it, man. The Viking fan base is is divided. And when I say I want J.J. McCarthy to start, that does not mean I don't like Carson Wentz. Let me say that again, because there's some people that left me, and I'm not coming at nobody. I'm just being honest. People really think that I don't like Carson Wentz. It's not that I don't like Carson Wentz. It's not that. It's that I know we drafted J.J. McCarthy to not be a bench warmer. You got to play him. The more you play, the more experience you have. It's real life, bro. Like in real life, if you're always baby and you don't have, and you live with your mom or your dad, your parents' house, and you never get out in that world to experience the ups and downs, and you know what I mean, and growing as a man, a grown man or a woman, how you gonna know, bro? It's the same thing when it comes to, you know, being a starting football, NFL quarterback, bro. You got to get experience to shine. You got to get experience to shine. You won't shine, you won't get experience if you had this man on the bench. And I said this yesterday. Training camp ain't the same as regular season games, bro. Respectfully speaking. All that training camp, oh, he's 13 of 13 throwing the ball. I don't care about none of that, bro. I don't care about none of the joint practices. Yes, it's fun to talk about. I will admit, it is very fun to talk about because football is about to be back. I understand it. But the way you get experience, y'all, is by regular season games and postseason games. That's how you get experience. Not saying that preseason can't help you, because it can. But at the same time, it ain't like regular season, bro. That regular season is a different ball game because all the starters are playing throughout the game, bro. And they're really trying to get a dub. For real. But shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. I'm not going to make this a long video in the rain with the umbrella. I'm committed to this team. I'm committed to this team. I'm a big supporter of this team. That's what I mean when I say that. And I believe in what the organization is doing. But respectfully, if the Minnesota Vikings give up on J.J. McCarthy and they start Carson Wentz for the remainder of the season, oh my goodness. I'm going to tell you this right now. There's going to be a lot of Viking fans that are going to be happy. But there's also going to be a lot of Viking fans that's going to be disappointed. And if we go to the playoffs, it's not good enough. If you bench J.J. McCarthy and he plays not one more game this season, you better win a dang on Super Bowl. Straight up. Because that's a wasted year for him not getting experience. Facts. J.J. McCarthy needs to stay the number one quarterback. Carson is a true backup quarterback now. Carson is expected to handle the position as a backup quarterback does. But he's not the starter. Skull. Facts. 100% facts, bro. I never thought J.J. McCarthy was going to be good. He didn't throw touchdown pass for weeks in college. Well, the offense was a little bit different in college. But if you watch his film, he can make every throw. And when they needed him to make a throw, he made that throw. He scrambled for a first down. See, the problem is this, y'all. I believe he can make every throw. I just want to put that out there because I'm saying it to prove my point. It doesn't matter how you win. All that matters is that you win. So if J.J. McCarthy didn't throw the ball as much, but they still win because they're running the ball and they're playing off that play action and he's not turning the ball over, what's the problem? He could do the same thing with the Vikings. But the thing about it is I know he can make every throw. He could throw it down the field to Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and T.J. Hockenson. He has that arm talent, bro. He just didn't get to show it in that type of offense that he was coached by Michigan. But I believe he can make every throw. Long pass, short pass, whatever pass, don't matter. He can make every throw, bro. Charlie, what's good? God loves you too, bro. Appreciate you vibing with me, man. Appreciate you vibing with me. But yeah, I'm getting off, y'all. I want to say thank you so much for everybody that's in the live chat with me. I truly appreciate each and every one of y'all. And let me just say this one more time. As a big-time Minnesota Viking fan, this is no shade on Carson Wentz. I appreciate what Carson Wentz has done for this team and the time that he got here and how he's playing at a pretty good high level, right? But at the same time, he wasn't brought here to be the starter. He was brought here to be the backup. And J.J. McCarthy was drafted in the 2024 NFL Draft. You got to give this man time. You got to give this man an opportunity. That's all I'm saying. But we'll see how this turns out. I can't believe this is a little bit of drama. But it's a necessary thing we have to talk about. So, but all right, y'all. Peace out, y'all. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. And as always, God bless and be easy. I'm out.